Rappers and music producers, Curtis King of CurtisKingTV.com, and today I want to speak about something that I read from a book called The One Thing that I think is going to help a lot of you out there that are just the worst perfectionists on earth when it comes to your musical craft. Let's talk about it. Rappers and music producers, one thing that I have found through all the rappers and producers that I talk to on a regular basis, be it through my private community at CurtisKingTV.com or through watching the commentary on these videos or even through my consultations that I used to do, rappers and music producers have a huge issue with being fucking perfectionists. And it's to the point where if I find it annoying, y'all gotta find it dually annoying, especially to your own career. So hopefully with today and a thing that I read in this book called The One Thing that I just think is a brilliant book that everybody should pick up. I think that this is going to help you along that perfectionist journey because what I've learned, especially with the surgence of the internet and how everything has been in this era of music making, there's a lot of information that has bounced around, and there's so many different channels out there on YouTube that provide so much great value to you guys. But I think a lot of you get into this place where, because the information is so accessible and is given from so many different places, you feel like you have to do every single thing, right? Some of your master tracks or your channel tracks and mixer tracks look fucking ridiculous because you have like 17,000 plugins, but you're like, no, this is a preset from BusyWorks, but no, this got like a lifestyle type of vibe on it, but I had to put this one because I saw this in another video from Simon Savita. And it's like, all of those men are brilliant men at giving tutorials and what they do, but it wasn't designed, and when they're showing you their style, it's not designed to be combined with everything. And I think a lot of people have this mentality like they just collect, and then hoard information and then try to put it into action, and then when the beats come out sounding like shit, they turn around and try to tell other people how to do something, and it's like, wait, hold on, homeboy, how you gonna tell me how to do something and you ain't even master that little nasty pile of shit you call a beat over there? How about you sit your ass down? And that's what I gotta get to, is that the perfectionists sometimes come from competition. The perfectionists sometimes come from these self-proclaimed people in the comments that don't have anything to show for their own career, but they're just specialists about engineering all of a sudden. You should not be using sausage fattener. That is not what real producers do. Shut your dumb ass up and find a subscriber with your bitch ass. That's what I'm talking about. So with that perfectionist energy, let's kind of just quell that. Let's get rid of that. And let's talk about The One Thing. The book, The One Thing, says something I thought was so damn brilliant. The basis of the book is this, is that so many of us, we have the ability to do multiple things, and we have in our mind that we have to be perfect. Like, how many of you have watched not just producer videos, but like marketing videos from like a Gary Vee or a Grant Cardone and Dan Locke, and you're looking at these guys and you're like, man, they tell me I gotta be disciplined, I gotta do this, I gotta have a balance, a work, life, home situation. And I think the thing that is so brilliant about The One Thing is that it really puts a lot of that bullshit to rest. Not saying that what they're giving you, like, you gotta be disciplined to a certain degree, and you definitely gotta find some kind of balance because it's gonna be an imbalance, but certain things about those words, you gotta realize it's not so black and white. For instance, when you think of a word like balance, or like a phrase like counterbalance, so many times we've been convinced to look at that as like a place of being, almost like a noun in English terms, when in all actuality, it's an action word. Balance, you have to balance. That is an action word, which is a verb. That being said, when you put balance back in its proper context, you realize this: no matter what you do, there is no such thing as perfect balance in your career. Even if you give your family one day of the week, you give your music another day of the week, and you alternate back and forth, you will not exude the same amount of energy no matter what you do. There will not be this perfect balance one day where you're like, I am giving perfect balance to everything that I have. If you do say that, you're delusional. And the fact of the matter is that you are always going to exert a little bit more energy towards something else. Is that a problem? No. That's part of the journey of life, is being able to pull off that balance. Because granted, when you're focusing all the way and balancing on one side of the seesaw, guess what? That means that at some point the work needs to be balanced again. And that means that if the work is balanced, that means you got to rebalance the family situation. So you're going to always be sort of out of balance, and that's cool. That's part of the journey. That's part of what makes this so enjoyable. That's one. Two, when it comes to actually discipline, I'm not saying that you don't need to be disciplined. I'm not saying that you don't need to have a regimen, but don't be so obsessive over to believe that if I get up at 7 o'clock every morning or 4:30 a.m. and I simply get up and I meditate and I write in my journal of gratefulness, everything that I've ever wanted is going to come to me. And that's just not the truth. Absolutes don't work like that. There's been times where I got up and I followed that sort of entrepreneur mantra, get up at 4:30. You know what I found out? 4:30 ain't my shit. I got up at 4:30, end up staying up and just like kind of low-key on social media, drinking water, thinking about what I should do. And then before I know it, 6 o'clock come up like, damn, I must have dozed off. What was the point of giving up? I could have been sleeping extra hours and really making sure that my brain got all the extra energy and momentum needed when I actually need to put it into action. So I started to look at things like my sleep chronotype that helped me understand that I am better when I wake up at 7. I am more efficient. As soon as I put feet to pavement, I'm ready to go. But these are things that you will not find out simply sitting up here and believing in absolutes. I gotta do it just like this person did it. That's not what it is. But we went off on a bit of a tangent. I think those things are important points from that book. But the last thing I want to talk about to end this video out is there is a necessity to understand what success is. This book says this: success is doing the right thing, not doing everything right. Success is doing the right thing and not doing everything right. I notice so many folks out there who, some of them have good intentions, some of them are just smart asses that want to try to tell me how to do my art. An art form that they couldn't do themselves. An art form that they just learned about. And they're going to give me all these rules in terms of this is the way that you mix. This is the way that you cannot do that with me because I am doing my thing right. I don't have to do everything right to be successful. And if you are giving advice for somebody to be successful, you're overachieving. No need. Fall back. Fall back. Fall back. I got this thing under control. You need to find your one thing. If your one thing is telling people how to do the right thing, hopefully you got some proof of concept and hopefully you get into teaching because that's what you naturally want to do. Instead of sitting up here and trying to act like you're this perfect producer that you're fucking not, fall back. Fall back and realize what it is that you're actually great at. You may be focusing so much on trying to tell somebody how to be great that you never achieve greatness to your damn self. How fucked up would that be? Focus. Follow one course until success. Success is doing the right thing and not having to do everything right. A lot of you need to be reminded of that. Once again, it's another video from Curtis King TV. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe below. Hit the notification bell to be part of the notification gang. For those of you that would like to get more in-depth information from Curtis King, exclusive videos, even some videos from the community that I have built, please go over to CurtisKingTV.com, which is an extension, a better version of the YouTube channel. No more of that content ID, no restrictions. I get to cuss as much as I fucking want, monetize that, and I get to do me. And that's exactly what I wanted to do when I created my own platform. You mark my words, one day this is gonna be something that you're gonna be like, damn, why'd I even hang out of this YouTube? This is so much better. And this is what we're working on daily to improve. Speaking of daily, we have daily workshops at CurtisKingTV.com. Mental Health Monday, Music Marketing Tuesday. We even have a Songwriters Wednesday, as well as an FL Studio Zoom workshop on Thursday. Before you ask, yes, if you're a beginner or a pro, or even if you use an entirely different doc, folks who are part of the community that are watching this video, please let them know how beneficial it's been to you, the folks that use Ableton and Reason and all that good stuff. It's beneficial for all of the producers in here who are looking to one up and are looking to really improve the skill sets that are aside just from music. There's so much more that you can be improving on, from body language, from even just your overall morale and what's going on inside your head. Let's get you outside your head. You get inside your head, you're dead. Let's talk about it. Come to CurtisKingTV.com. In this life, you will not be full of life until you decide to light to its fullest. Once again, it's Curtis King, the leading voice of the online rapper and music producer community. Don't at me. Peace. Which way I go? This way? This way. Look up, Nazi. Say cheese.